YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to another reaction video. It's your favourite mophead back again. What's all this hair? Look at the size of this fringe, dude. Just give me, next week I'm going, I promise. Pantera! It's been a little bit too long. You know what? Life happens sometimes, and sometimes there's a lot of artists in the world, a lot of musicians, a lot of music being created, and sometimes the cycle just slows. I don't know what I'm saying. We're doing Pantera. We're doing Walk. I think this is one of their biggest songs. I opened up the lyrics on Genius. I was in the other tab so that when I'm paused, I can look at them. And according to Genius, this song endures as one of their most recognizable and celebrated songs. So I don't think I know this one. I don't think I've heard of it. But it's one of those where maybe when I click play, if it's like super recognizable, maybe I've heard it before and not realized it was Pantera or something like that. As far as I know, I don't know it. Obviously, if I know it, I'll let you know. It's from Vulgar Display of Power. We've done one song, that was Mouth for War. Now we're doing Walk, which is something that I do quite a lot. So that's good. Let's give it a listen. Let's give it a little bit of a listen. Should we listen to it? Let's listen to it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've definitely heard this before. I have no idea who it was. Oh, the light changes as soon as I start recording, brilliant.
I'm easily bothered by persistence. One step from lashing out at you. You want to get under my skin and call yourself a friend. I've got more friends like you. What do I do? Is there no standing anymore? What it takes, who I am, where I've been belong. You can't be something you're not. Be yourself. By yourself, stay away from me. A lesson learned in life, known from the dawn of time. Respect. Walk. What did you say? Respect. Walk. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me?
Yeah, so that's like iconic, you know. Yeah, as soon as I hit play, before it even really hit, I immediately, which I think says a lot, because like I said, I had no idea this was Pantera. Like if maybe someone played that riff to me like a year ago, and I wouldn't have known who it was. And maybe I wouldn't have even known to name who it was now. If you just played the riff and I hadn't heard the song, but now I missed it. I'm like immediately, yeah, I recognize it immediately. Which has a lot, you know, someone who didn't listen to a lot of music like this, or, you know, Pantera, I don't think really penetrated over here, anywhere near as much as they did, you know, in the US and stuff. I don't think they were as big over here, but obviously this was 92, so this was before I was even born anyway, so if it was around at the time, I can't really see my camera very well. I feel like I go really pale when I look, because the lighting is shite. Yeah, so maybe it was like around at the time when it came out, and obviously I wasn't really privy to that because I didn't exist. But yeah, it's still like it says a lot about how iconic of a riff it is, that despite all of that, I still recognize it immediately.
Run your mouth when I'm not around. It's easy to achieve. You cry to weak friends that sympathize. Can you hear the violins playing your song? Those same friends tell me you're every word. Is there no standard anymore? What it takes, who I am, where I've been, but
Message.
Walk. What do you say? Respect. Walk. Are you talking to me? Respect. Walk. What did you say? Respect. Walk. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? No way, punk.
Yeah. Oh, and he preached it. There we go.
Walk. What did you say?
I imagine this is like the energy, I guess, is probably like crazy good live. Everyone going like the, and obviously when you're used to the, and what's up with the tempo? Is it just me? It's played an unusual time signature, 12/8. Okay, something like that. I don't know music very well. Yeah, everyone's sort of going for it, and then the solo comes in, and everyone's just like taking it in, and then at the end it goes boom, boom, boom. I imagine that's really cool.
Respect. Walk. Are you talking to me? Respect. Walk. What did you say? Respect. Walk. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? Walk on home, boy.
Nice little bit of change up at the end here. Dig this. Classic. I feel like Pantera, like perfect. I can't see my screen. Like I just can't see anything on it. The light, I physically cannot see my screen. So I don't know if the framing's good or the lighting's good. I couldn't tell you. Because one of those where they call it like the stink face or something like that. When you go like, was he listening? You know, I was probably doing it in the video. I feel like people have mentioned that in the comments before. I feel like Pantera are like great. Oh, I can see again. Pantera are really good for that. I feel. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking through my ass. But I feel like every time I listen to a Pantera song, I'm always like going, you know, doing the face, the stink face. I feel like the perfect band are bringing that out in you. It was just, I mean, you know, it was classic. It was iconic. It was just a badass song, riff, solo, and the lyrics were cool because I guess it was like it's kind of bits about what we was talking about. Be yourself, by yourself. Did he say? And he's talking about respect, but at the same way, it's like you know, generally you should obviously always have respect for everyone you meet and you come across. But he was kind of doing it in like a badass way of like him personally himself saying, "Step off, bitch," you know, like have some respect, like respect me, walk away. Is that what he's saying? Respect. Well, let me try and grab respect. Walk. What did you say? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me? It's kind of like a, you know. I provided an explanation to the lyrics. We basically had conquered the Dallas-Fort Worth scene in local scene in Texas. Eventually, Pantera got signed to a major label, and we went out and did some touring. When we came home, our friends started treating us a little different because they thought it had gone to our heads, like we've got this rock star thing embroidered across our faces. But I felt like I was always the same guy. When I wrote Walk, I had just handful of people. I had just a handful of those people in mind, and basically the message is take your attitude and take a walk. Keep that shit away from me. At the time I took it to heart, I was just defending my own un-rockstarism, or however the fuck you want to put it. So yeah, just have the respect for him and who he is as a person, and just if you don't want to, take a friggin' walk, brother. Walk away, because he's obviously gonna defend himself and his own honor and nature and whatever. Yeah, you know what, fucking dude, it's just a badass song. And he doesn't have the patience for people that aren't putting respect on his name, especially not to his face. You know, cool, dope. Take it from the music video from Mouth for War. We done Mouth for War. Cool. And I guess that kind of feeds back into the be yourself bit, because he's being himself always. And he hasn't changed. He's the G he always was. And you know, I mean, he's right. Like, your rockstar life does change some people sometimes. But then sometimes it just takes out what they already had in them and brings it out. He does different things. It's fame, innit? Fame is different things to different people. There's different things to different people. But he comes to his hometown, and you know you're going to go to your hometown, and it is what it is. And granted, some people do change and think differently about even the people that they came up with or whatever, let alone just the people in their hometown they don't even know. But also sometimes they don't. You gotta just assume that for them. Have the respect, or step off. Check it. That was really good. I like that. You know, we like Pantera. It wasn't a case of that or any other case. It was just, you know, sometimes the rotation. There's so many friggin' bands that exist, and you know, artists and everything to get through. Sometimes I just miss stuff. I realised it's been a little while since in Pantera. I couldn't be sleeping on Pantera, and apparently I had been, because we hadn't done this song, which is iconic. It was on the NHL 11 soundtrack. I played NHL for the very first time recently. Whatever we're on now, 19 is it? 20? 19. 20. Which one did I play? I can't remember which one I played. Whatever one is currently out, I played recently on my brother's Xbox. And did a career mode while I was babysitting for the weekend. And by babysitting, I mean dog sitting. I was dog sitting the dog. So I ran through a season for the weekend. And of course, the Ducks. Glory came to us. The only time I'll ever be able to see it in my lifetime is via a video game. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys.